It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From Amway Center in downtown Orlando, tonight the Orlando Magic taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Philadelphia controls the tap. Redick to Simmons. Slams it down. Big finish for Joel Embiid.
Oh, that's a great way to make an opening statement. It's about the team that's able to punch the other team in the mouth first. That's exactly what you want to do if you're the road team.
Shot from in close, no good. Butler to bring it up. Leads a bucket. Has a look. And he scores. Unguardable, Jay. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
Gordon to scores.
Oh man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Simmons to Redick. Gets a shot up off the mark. Augustine with the basketball. Down just a couple. Isaac to Gordon. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper won't go down.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Jimmy Butler, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
That won't go. To Simmons. Embiid. To Butler. Redick. Here's Simmons with it up top. Leads 4. To Embiid. Nothing going here on that drive. Embiid to Tobias Harris. Deep left corner. Redick. Chance here for the process. Joel Embiid. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
I mean, I don't know how much better the defense has to play you on that one. The guy was right in your grill, and you still knocked it down.
Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. Isaac. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Sixers call for time as they'll discuss matters in what's now a three-point game. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Stepping in for the Orlando Magic, number 24.
McConnell. Knocks it down off the step back.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Magic have it.
Let's go. Let's play deep, play deep, play deep.
To Fournier. Sizing up the defense. To Fournier. Mike Scott tips it. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Mike Scott. Five to shoot for Orlando. Trying to cash in. Oh, Evan Fournier missed his first. That one goes.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Redick to McConnell. The Sixers with 4 to shoot. Butler to Redick. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Deep three at the buzzer. That ends the first quarter. The 76ers have the lead. Second quarter set to start. This is what we like. This game is certainly in the balance.
I really like what I'm seeing. Both teams look engaged. There's some trash talking going on the court. I think this has a making to be a big-time game.
Off the pro hop, strong footwork.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Butler into the front court. Down by 1. McConnell to Embiid. Kicks it around the perimeter. Nothing going here on that drive. Chance for the process. Joel Embiid. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
Embiid is such an outlier. There's nothing normal about him, nor does he want anything to be normal about him, which is even scarier with a guy with that kind of talent who possesses that type of mentality. A guy that big, that dominant down low, that boy different.
Easy path to the rim.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Here comes the screen. Butler. Has a chance. Step back jumper.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Iwandu matched up with Jimmy Butler. And he hits.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Butler to bring it up. Down a point. Nothing going here on that drive. Jimmy Butler, terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Now the Magic gonna signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over in a 1-point basketball game. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. To Aaron Gordon. Butler into the front court. Leads just a point. Jimmy Butler, he's now 5 for 6.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
To Vucevic. Fournier, deep right corner. Jonathan Isaac against Ennis. From long range. And it's Harris who's able to clear the rebound. To Simmons. Short jumper off the mark. Gordon to Fournier. Nikola Vucevic. He's 2 for 2 now.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Into the front court comes Simmons. Leads 1. Here comes the screen. Jonathan Isaac sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Fournier sizing up Ennis. Tough move in close quarters with the crossover. Gordon. Simmons with it. His team up by 1. To Butler. Joel Embiid. Looking good. 4 for 5.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Now the Magic gonna signal for a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Isaac to Fournier. Count the basket inside.
And that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Here comes the screen. Jonathan Isaac with a piece. So a tie one as we reach the break in a one-point game. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far and they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Magic have kept it close after one half. I love the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Orlando Magic.
Game track. Field goals.
This matchup has been all about consistent offense. Each team has a solid field goal percentage, and in turn, it makes the second half all about the defense. I want to see which players step up to make the difference.
Player of the half.
Butler has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was gold?
Aaron Gordon was inefficient in the first half. He's been suffering through miss after miss, and no matter what he tries, it's just not working for him. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
A lot of intrigue to come in this second half. A one-point game as we resume play here in the third quarter. Augustine with it up top. His guys now down by a point. Gordon to Vucevic. To Gordon.
Into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Redick to Embiid. Scores from the post.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Magic own the possession. Jimmy Butler pins it. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Butler to bring it up. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. To Tobias Harris. Simmons to Redick. Simmons. Oh, Ben Simmons. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Screen coming. Fournier to Aaron Gordon. Joel Embiid. Huge block. Philadelphia with the basketball. Turns and slams it down.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Simmons into the front court. His team on top by 8. To Butler. Simmons to Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot clock violation. And scores.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
To Fournier. To Gordon. No good. Terrence Ross. Tough matchup against Butler. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Jimmy Butler for 2. Taken by Vucevic. In the front court, it's Augustine. His club's staring up at an 8-point deficit. Here comes the screen.
76ers foul to number 17, J.J. Redick.
And he'll head to the line.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free 2.
Evan Fournier has got 2 shots coming. Numbers not good. 52% for his career. Can't connect on the first free throw. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Butler into the front court. Lead stands at 7. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Grant with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Over to the right side. Sixers control it. Flushes it home.
That transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Simmons with it. The lead is 11. To Butler. To Simmons. Lets it fly from long range. Ben Simmons. Tough make there. Not much more the defender could have done.
Ooh, welcome to the new reality. Positionless basketball. Bigs are now PGs with the ability to drain threes.
Here comes the screen. Knocked loose. Sixers have it. Slam dunk. Now a pass stolen by the Sixers.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Third quarter comes to an end, and the 76ers have to be feeling good. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Sixers have the basketball. Screen coming. Probing the defense. Curling inside. Redick to Butler. 5 on the shot clock for Philadelphia. Embiid. Wide open look. Won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Shot from the lane won't go. Redick with it. His guys holding the big lead. Has a look. Redick with a shot, no good. Terrence Ross matched up with Jimmy Butler. Here comes the screen. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers.
I'm looking at the bench right now, and the coach is saying, keep pushing it, keep going.
Redick to Simmons. Embiid to Simmons. The Sixers with 4 to shoot. And Jimmy Butler, he connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
The screen sets him up for 2.
Bread and butter, and there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Now a whistle, and Orlando is going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Stepping in for Philadelphia, number 33, Tobias Harris.
Jonathan Isaac, and drills it. Jay, spacing can be a beautiful thing.
It is extremely prevalent right now for three-point shooters because of the skill set at every position is that versatile. Even your 5s and 4s can knock down 3s at a high clip.
It's a world of great three-point shooters and great three-point shooting teams. Rebounded by Isaac. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Butler to bring it up. The lead is 15. Now a steal as the Magic have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
To Vucevic. Driving right to the basket. Knocked loose. Isaac. And throws it down.
Oh, man, did you...
Simmons to Embiid. That pass stolen by Orlando. Isaac to Vucevic. step through to get to the basket.
Ooh, Ed, looking like the young Manu Ginobili with hair out there with the Euro step.
That wasn't that long ago, was it? Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter.
As a player, this doesn't always happen, but it's a beautiful thing when everybody is allowed to be on the same page. Scouting report is being executed, you're being efficient with your jump shooting, your passes are crisp, you're listening to the coach on the sideline, and everything is working your way. You have to really appreciate these type of moments in the game of basketball.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Number 17, J.J. Redick. Entering the game for Orlando.
Simmons to Embiid. Finish that. Orlando has it. Trying to cash in. The rebound belongs to the 76ers. Baller into the front court. It's an 11-point game. Simmons to Embiid. Has a chance. Missed it. Not much more you can ask for from the defense there. Coach of the Magic will use a timeout. They're down big in this fourth quarter and a chance here to empty their bench. Vucevic. To Aaron Gordon. Vucevic. Sixers control it. The Sixers are victorious as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers put one in the win column with a solid performance. And the defensive intensity made all of the difference. They were committed to staying aggressive, forcing turnovers, and being disruptive on their way to victory. The Magic didn't lose big, but it wasn't exactly close either. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. Check out the leading scores for the Orlando Magic.
track. Steals.
Output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.